Welcome to another OTG video. We're at the Duncan Aviation FBO. Bent Air Combat Incorporated is a subsidiary of Duncan, who provides aviation roughneck jobs for the San Andreas and Hawaiian island chains. Stuff like powerline, mountaineering, sling load operations, maritime logistics and security, and wildland aerial firefighting. Today we're going to test Bent Air Combat's MIG 29 Fulcrum. My name is Kari with a K, your narrator for this adventure. This is our civilian pilot, Narima Antonov. If you've been following the storyline, you know she's the sister of San Andreas Highway Patrol Officer Kira Antonov. Narima will be taking the Fulcrum through its paces. But first, some television history. This Grumman G-21 Goose seaplane mod is a replica from the 80s TV show Tales from the Gold Monkey that ran from September 1982 till June 1983. If you were an 80s kid like us, you will notice some of the mods from TV shows of that era used or placed as statics in our videos. The show was set in 1938 in the jungles of South America, piloted by an American ex-Flying Tigers pilot named Jake Cutter, who flew cargo and whatever else in and out of there. We're going to perform the standardized test that the 133rd uses. In addition to that, we're going to perform some maneuvers around the Del Perro Pier and Vespucci Beach for a plane spotter event. San Andreas is a spotter hub due to the diverse airframes that operate in the region. Bent Air Combat Inc. primary duties are assisting the military with training. They operate mainly Soviet-era and Eastern Bloc airframes for dissimilar air combat drills for the carrier air wings who perform workups in our coastal waters, the U.S. Air Force, and Air National Guard. They also fly cruise missile profiles against U.S. Navy ships. As part of the parent company Duncan, they also participate in community relations like the Del Perro Pier flyby, for example, and they also liaison with the 133rd Joint Test Squadron. Bent and Duncan, along with the other PMC Merriweather, was just authorized by the Secretary of War to operate at Stonehenge Space Force Base, to provide adversary training for the combat assets stationed there since the base is no longer top secret. Here we go, pulling an inside loop using controller idle speed, then rolling inverted and performing an outside loop. Stall warning activated. Narima is going to stay with the maneuver and force the outside loop. We have plenty of altitude to recover if the airframe departs flight. As you can see, even in GTA unrealistic flight handling, that the mods do not operate the same. Going right into the next test, the roll rate. Now to test some super maneuverability. Lycia Tower says the airspace is ours. Airshow Center is in between the yacht and the pier, with some jinking for the plane spotters to let them know that we've arrived. Setting up for the first pass, Narima is going long, turning over the airport to give her more time to achieve the correct altitude for the pier. Then she's going to perform a minimum radius figure 8, the next item in the test. Narima is doubling back for 2 high-speed passes by the pier and yacht. Demonstration complete. Now back up to a safe altitude to test engine out dead stick handling. Okay, mission complete on both fronts, the test and the exhibition. Lycia Tower has cleared us to land on runway 30 right. If you've made it to the end of the video, we thank you. That's it for today. See you next time.